don't have a lot of time. There's tripods out there. We got to get this video done like right now. Let's do this.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure all of you have thought about War of the Worlds. Have you thought about War of the Worlds recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
My Tom Cruise fanhood.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm a pretty serious Tom Cruise fan.
And a fan of Scientology, right?
Take Tom Cruise seriously.
So
I'm probably a real Scientologist.
So, like, that basically means you're also hand in hand, you're a Spielberg fan, right?
War of the Worlds?
Yeah. You like, generally around 2005.
Yeah, something to do with 2005. Yeah.
Everybody and their mom, the collective conscious of humanity, was thinking about War of the Worlds. So, we came here. It's about 15 years later, probably. This is the 15th anniversary of all this. And who else also was thinking about War of the Worlds? Asylum flicks, with their knockoff slash tribute slash interpretation of the H.G. Wells classic
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know these existed.
Sweet.
Let alone involving C. Thomas Howell again.
Yeah, it's got your boy.
I got darn excited about this. In addition to my general excitement about War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
You know how much I like 50s movies.
Yeah.
And Wars of Worlds.
Definitely. Like, I know every time we get together we talk about wars. We talk about worlds.
It takes over like an invasion.
So, it's the thing. But
anyway, yeah, I got pretty excited about these. They are Asylum.
Yeah.
We shouldn't really call it a mockbuster.
No.
Because it is H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds. Like if it was public domain at the time or whatever for the rights.
Yeah, it's an interpretation
what they had
of.
to do.
Yeah, so.
Where you just catch wind of a big Hollywood project.
Yep. And then it's like.
They try to like beat them to the punch or whatever.
We got it. It's like Atlantic Rim and the other Asylum.
Yeah, it's not like Planet Battle or Fight of the Lands.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's
H.G. Wells's.
It is the War of the Worlds. So
and I'm of course never going to give up a chance to talk about C. Thomas Howell.
Oh no, yes. To be clear,
favorite.
There's
one of our main favorite bad movie guys.
While there are infinite C. Thomas Howells, there's like a few. There's a certain time period in which we really
we should clarify the cutoff.
Like to talk about.
Yes, if we didn't specify way back in that other one or that one.
Yeah.
95-ish, mid-90s.
Mid-90s and later.
Somewhere around then.
Yeah. Well past the teen heartthrob years.
Yeah.
And
we saw fit to see the need to delineate for the viewers that we have little or no interest in his stuff from before about 95 when he was a 80s teen heartthrob.
Yeah. So
not gonna catch us talking about Red what's it called? Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
I thought Outsiders is a great film.
You remember that bit part that he had in E.T.? Dude, that was awesome.
Oh wait, was he?
Yeah,
he was one of the buddies in
one
E.T.?
of the kids' friends in E.T.
Good for him.
And but
let's see. Trying to watch the movie Tank was a damn mistake. Yeah, I learned about Tank the hard way, boy.
Yeah.
And the one that we don't talk about.
That's right.
Aside from mentioning that we don't talk about.
Yeah. What was it?
Say the title of the film, but it's the politically incorrect one.
Yeah.
That we basically do not acknowledge at all, except to say screw that movie.
We do not acknowledge it.
Yeah, I wish he would have just not taken that role. But yeah, C. Thomas Howell, and our fan.
Yeah.
Or us being fans.
Yes.
So this counts as just, adding it to the list.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What was the first one? 2005.
2005, yeah.
It's pretty awesome, too. The background of the DVD menu was just the title screen without the credits on loop.
Now what?
You notice how you press play? I didn't even notice you press play until now.
Tom Cruise coattails, that's cool.
Prime C. Thomas Howling, I guess you would call it. But, it also has our boy, another one of our boys, Jake Busey.
Oh, one of our other boys.
We might as well have our own Roughnecks.
No survivors. Everything's been wiped out. The
Thanks,
president,
Jake.
senators, generals, even the little fucking dish boy at the Denny's down in the mall. Gone.
George has family.
The little fucking dish boy. Yeah, I am pleased to see Jake Busey.
Yeah. Like,
reprising his,
and
what is it? Late night
horse trash. Yeah. And it's a role that actually fits him, because in this movie he plays the head of a militia, I guess.
Yes, it's an overbearing military guy of some kind.
And the other, I can't remember the names, but C. Thomas Howell's brother in the movie, the character man's brother.
He just runs up and finds his brother somewhere in the wreckage.
Is also, to me, played a serviceable part, and it was a pretty, I would rank it as a pretty good adaptation of
oh yeah, you got him, the military guy. They weren't that guys. Those were basically our only stars.
Yeah.
Our only stars, period.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had some other.
There's
Man, and then you got Kid, what's his name?
D.
His 8-year-old son. Yeah, there was a D. Thomas Howell.
There was a D. Thomas Howell.
Luckily.
So, yeah, I mean, and don't forget about his wife in the movie. The movie actually does a good job, I would say, without watching the Spielberg one, may do a better job with following along with the book.
Just getting your War of the Worlds.
Yeah, it's your War of the Worlds mania. You put it up on screen, and there you go.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, for those of us that don't want to fight our way through.
Yeah, like
H.G. Wells' book.
It's, there's a few notable differences. I mean, for one, the H.G. Wells book takes place in England, and the movies and the radio drama take place in America.
I forgot he was British. Is he British?
Yeah, he's British.
Huh.
And, they, of course, you're allowed to take liberties with current day technology, because with science fiction, you're kind of expected to keep the science and technology period correct with when you're making it.
It is an astrophysics C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah, it is. And there in the book, he has a wife. There's no kid in the book, though. So,
of course,
and
get topless. This movie does begin with a
it does
with a topless, attractive female.
And
to help hit the ground running, I guess.
It's another part of 21st century is there's a family strife. There always has to be some type of difficulty in the family. And to really hit the ground off running, they were going to celebrate their anniversary in Washington, D.C.
Oh, yes, in the opening.
And,
now, wait a minute, that's not in the book?
That's not in the book, no. It's just him and his wife, and...
So Tom Cruise also has a couple of fake, pointless kids?
He may have 3 or 4 to make up for C. Thomas Howell's 1.
To be the dad.
But the thing of it is, it's like...
That children, viewers...
Yeah. Work calls.
Laser guns. Oh, in the plot. Okay,
yeah. It duty calls.
Yeah, he's a scientist who has to go do something, and they have to cancel their anniversary dinner or something.
They can make it tomorrow, but the wife isn't having it, so she jets off to Washington, D.C., and he's got to do the science that he's well known for, astrophysics. So...
Gotta take care of that business, John.
Yeah, so we get some. He climbs into his awesome Jeep. That's another thing to remember about this movie is that he drives that awesome first model Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh, a cool black 98 Liberty.
Yeah. And he like gets in his Jeep and he starts the about hour and 15-minute long quest because we go through. We have our first cylinder strike that was in the book and as well as in the movie. Shithead towners crowd around the crater and they, like, my one girl screams that her boyfriend's melting and
yes, you're going along
and all that. So
and the rest of the movie
it's like
occurs.
It's yeah. There's a few notable scenes. I liked the first scene Jake Busey was in. That was pretty cool because
You get Jake Busey.
you always see Jake Busey. Yeah. The part where his brother dies is actually pretty funny.
Yes, there was something to do involving his brother in the plot. He has some other kind of
Like buried under some
military
foam.
guy.
Yeah. There's a military cohort that he just finds in his adventures.
That's in addition to his other military brother.
Yeah, and then the other military man gets killed later in the movie by Jake Busey's militia. That was damn awesome.
You are even more stupid than I thought. It's the scientists that will win this war. It's the scientists that have won every war. He is exactly what we need. You will die. I will probably die. Why? To buy his brain more time to beat these fuckers. You and I are just worthless. In fact, compared to his knowledge and intellect, you are so worthless. I might as well, I think I might as well just do this.
Oh, dude!
What? Wait, so he shot
He shot the
military guy.
Yeah. Yes.
I thought because Jake Busey goes on this rant about how C. Thomas Howell's a scientist and we need scientists for the future and not this jarhead.
We'll eliminate military personnel. Yeah.
So yeah, but there was the part that especially stuck out for you was the skitty C. Thomas Howell, where like remember
He's always been skinny.
well I said skitty, like where he's skittying around and scurrying. I should have
Oh, the scurries and the scampers.
the scurry Thomas Howell, yeah, like
Scurrying C. Thomas Howell.
where he like passes
let's
out.
see. Yeah, that was my favorite part of the movie visually.
Yeah,
That's what?
like
He's on a riverbank,
he's on a riverbank. He's tired
struggling through the remnants of civilization,
from his quest to
and falls asleep, and his only possession left in the world being his picture of his wife and son
yeah,
that he's trying to look for, but thinks they're dead,
yeah.
or something like that.
Picture.
And then it like blows away in the
It
wind.
blows away in the wind.
It blows away when he's asleep.
He wakes up. He's like,
War of the Worlds!
he's like,
Or would it be? H.U.L.'s World.
there she was, world. Yeah. He wakes up. He's patting himself, not knowing
And
where
he
the
like
picture
rolls and flips,
Rolls,
and skitters, and scampers.
It's worth noting because there's a lot of emotional Thomas Howell in this movie. There's a lot of emotion.
Oh, yes, I think I had said that when we were trying to get through the movie, and I said at least
Yeah.
this involves some of his best drama performance with
Yeah, there was a lot.
the mugging and
There was a lot. There was a
yeah,
lot
he's
to
like
take
supposed
in.
to cry, and there's nice long shots of just him trying to act,
Yeah, it's
be sad.
it's pretty incredible, actually.
Oh wait, don't forget the other man who carries some of the movie.
Oh,
Priest.
Yeah.
You gotta love a movie priest.
and the cool thing about this is like, we're gonna get into it later, but this movie actually covers the first two War of the World books.
Yes, you looked at the books or had read them before or something.
Yeah.
I didn't read either one of them, didn't even know there was a second one.
Yeah, there's two. And you would think, we're kind of spoiling it here, but there's War of the Worlds 2 right there. You'd think War of the Worlds 2 would correspond with the second book.
So both books, both H.G. Wells books are movie one?
Yes.
Okay.
Where the books separate is right around the middle, where the priest enters the picture is where the second book begins, and the first book ends. Like, in the first book, our astrophysicist hero, I guess, reunites with his wife in a church or something, and they had to alter that so they could continue the movie for the second.
Okay.
Into the second and third act. It gets real semantic, and I don't really want to get into it, but, like, point being, they put 2 of the books in the first movie. So hats off to them for doing just that.
At the risk of scaring all of the townspeople.
Yeah, I mean...
Remember the Orson Welles?
Yeah. That was a legitimate scare. Like, there was a handful of people that ran out and
Risky move.
thought it was a legitimate...
But yeah, you get a priest.
Yeah.
By golly, you get a priest.
Yeah, and this priest does more than just go with C. Thomas Howell. He questions.
And say everything, my son.
Yeah.
Isn't he like Australian?
Yeah, he's got a pretty thick accent.
An option.
Okay, now who's this British
In
guy?
Australia, we don't really have television, so I often find myself drawn to it. I was in Australia once.
An Australian
I went to a
priest.
seminar-
Oh, an Australian priest in
Ever
America.
been there?
Good for us.
Afraid I'm not much of a stargazer.
Does The Simpsons count as a guilty pleasure? I just love... I remember liking the part where they're in the wrecked house or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's going through his cosmological disillusionment of
Yes.
the philosophy of Bible mechanics
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
got the end of a bottle of wine that he just apparently slammed, and he's like, "All me life has been a lie."
Yeah. Caused by the tripedals outside.
Who would have thought that there'd be aliens
Yeah.
in the universe?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought I was going to be able to just keep being a priest.
Yeah.
And he's drinking this, and he's got his. Let's see. Does he leave his priest collar on until the very last?
Yes, he does.
He's like, okay, well, I'll leave this on.
Well, I mean, he had
despite my bitter disillusionment, and then you're just waiting for him.
And then, yeah, like, you had...
And me sham career, and me sham life.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is he had the everyman haircut. How are you supposed to know if he was a priest if he didn't have the little collar on? No way you would know.
To leave it on after he said, I'm a priest?
Yeah, see, but...
Anyway, great man.
Yeah, and...
great American.
Great. I mean,
And,
I'd hang out with him.
Helped his way. See, because remember, the problem with this one, that it was just kind of boring.
There's not a lot of action.
They walk around.
Yeah.
They didn't have the budget for these, huge, cool...
That's right.
Big sets or effects or a huge amount of extras.
Yeah, they didn't...
It's like one of those cheap sci-fi movies where you have to, imagine...
Where things happen. Like,
there would be a city destroyed over here.
Yeah, over there somewhere. Yeah, where you just get to see part of a town, but not the entire
Very
thing.
few creatures. There's only a couple shots where...
Their skeleton budget was on point, though.
Your shit arm comes in and you're supposed to know it's an alien.
Yeah. The skeleton budget was either on point or they got use out of the one or two charred skeletons that you
science rooms.
You see throughout the entire movie. Every chance they get, they're just like, skeleton. But like, they did do a good job of sticking with the book in regards to a lot of other things. But the one thing I gotta knock for them is the machines. The war machines that they use on planet Earth.
I remember being pretty confused what it was supposed to be.
Maybe
that's just not me not knowing the book.
The book says tripedal, 3 legs. But the 2005 Asylum flick, they have 6 legs.
Okay, I guess I just don't remember.
Like, to me, that was kind of a big detail, because...
In the big tall vehicles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because to me, that's because in the book he goes on to explain the inner machinations of the legs and how they work.
So, the little captive rumble seat.
Yeah, to get that number wrong to me is pretty damn funny.
And your ineffective climate controls or whatever it is.
Yeah, but everything else just kind of boils down to semantics. Like in the book, the heat ray was invisible, but that would be very boring in a movie. So of course there has to be an actual ray. But they did a pretty good job with what they had. Definitely better than this. I have my own words about the 1953
yeah, what is our
version.
50s? Is that a frisbee for me?
Yeah, that's
what is that thing doing here?
I mean, really, I have no idea. I dropped it when I set it up, but I wasn't too worried about it.
Is that a slapstick prop for our...
Oh, yeah. Our comically large DVDs and Blu-rays. The Xbox One
You're
game.
gonna break that on my head or something?
I was gonna put that in my Xbox One later, see if it would play. But, like, but that's the thing, though, is after you would think that the priest scene would be the climactic, where we have the personal revelation and then the priest dies. It's pretty funny how the priest died, too. I think he, like...
Oh, yes, what was the action that was kind of cool? The roof caves in?
Yeah, and then he...
Or the ceiling?
And then sees, like,
the upper floor.
Caves in on him and then sees, like... Well, I guess while the aliens aren't looking, I guess I can kind of slink my way out of here. And then you go through the third act. Which is...
Yeah, it's just more of him going along, and you can't even tell that it's supposed to be an alien apocalypse, practically.
Yeah, like...
You'll disturb either the aliens or the villagers.
He does set a record, though, for going from wherever he was to D.C. in, like, what, 5 minutes? 4 minutes?
Yes, it of course doesn't specify or something.
It was pretty quick.
Or like the time lapse, whatever it was supposed to be.
But,
yeah, you gotta love one of those things where it's like...
And then he...
Oh, hey, look over 10 feet to this distance.
And then he just...
Is my exact same Monte Carlo that my wife and son drove to... to St. Louis,
it's like
Washington.
It's like the two Taco Bell wrappers are still left on the freaking side of on the inside of the door thing.
Because remember, he's at some point he says, "I was gonna find him on the steps of Lincoln Memorial."
Lincoln Memorial, yeah, and
like Washington D.C. is just like, you know,
it's like
a corner of.
It's like that big.
You got this, and then you got the pointy, and then the White House, and then.
And lo and behold, he finds his wife and kids on the steps.
Let's see. I can see the need to at least outdo Pressure Point.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Remember running on the what's it called? Grand Mall or front
the
mall,
National Mall, I think is what it's called.
What the grass is called?
Yeah, I think it's called the National Mall.
So to do an impressive feat like that, I can see the.
But
just remember, he has to like climb over the broken Beltway Avenue and
they're
some almost parkour.
Yeah, their foreshadowing game is on point though in this movie. It really is. But like, and that's where
he goes through. He finds Washington.
He finds Washington. Finds
the car and gets his kids. Yeah,
and they were hiding amongst a refugee encampment of fellow scientists or something. Or at least there was one guy that was like, "Oh, hey, they're all gone. You know why?"
Yeah.
Because there's an airborne virus that they don't have on the planet Mars. And then the movie ends.
And then remember his syringes. Remember he was doing some kind of science work?
Some are paralyzed. They're frozen in place.
They're dying.
It was there. Or a virus.
But the point is that it's over.
It ended up having nothing to do with what kills the...
I almost forgot about the syringes.
So he can be like...
Yeah.
You know why? It ended up having something to do with a virus, an airborne toxin.
Well, what do you know?
And then he can be like, "Oh, hey, that it had nothing to do with my science that I was working
Exactly.
on."
See, and there's the end of the movie. It was the most beautiful ending I've ever seen.
I could have used a little more Jake Busey screen time.
Yeah, same
but,
here.
When it just can't work pragmatically in the plot, so you savor what Jake Busey time you get.
Yeah.
and his teeth. And other than that, it's the conclusion of yet another C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah.
I think we said this was the one where he was first starting to have his gray hair.
Yeah, he had a few
Kind of neat
grays.
to go through the C. Thomas Howell chronology
With the color grading, it was kind of hard to tell. You remember how limited the color was in this movie?
Yeah, everything's pretty dull colors.
Yeah, so maybe that was on his request, where it's like, okay, I'm starting to get gray, so can we please dial all the other colors back a little bit?
Well, remember, he has at this point been in the bad sci-fi action movie game for 10 years.
10 years, he's
or so.
A veteran at this point.
Paying attention to the C. Thomas Howell timeline after 1995, as we do.
Yeah. So,
what I'll say is that it was kind of boring, but at least involved C. Thomas.
That's right.
Jake Busey. A couple of amusing parts and elements.
Now, were you clamoring for a sequel?
Man.
Were you like, God damn it, I need a sequel after that?
Especially with the confusion with the book.
Yeah.
And me not even knowing there was a part 2.
The next wave.
Gotta reuse more than that. There's some.
Because I was in the same boat. I was like, well, I remembered there being a second book, but I never read it.
Yeah, regardless of if you did know.
It was fun to find out that they put the first 2 books in the first movie. So then we have the sequel.
Yeah, either way, you were conjecturing the whole time.
Yeah.
And hoping for one that still involved C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah.
Was more fun.
Yeah.
Less boring.
A little bit more action-y.
Colorful, visually exciting.
Yeah, visually exciting, yes.
And less like a 50s movie.
And lo and behold, that's what we got.
Yeah, but guess what else?
Oh, yeah.
This movie has to do with that makes it awesome. Remember, we had gotten interested only a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
With things that have been directed by.
Yeah, directed by C. Thomas Howell. Yep. So
never bothered to look into.
He's not only acting in this movie.
The credits button on the screen, the director's credits. That was, what was the name of that? The Big Fall.
The Big Fall, yeah. That's another classic.
Where we had a big old time using this C. Thomas Howell, you almost call it a passion project?
Almost, yeah. Because he didn't write the screenplay in this one, if I remember right. He wrote
Star and directed. Oh yeah, did he co-write the?
I think he co-wrote
the
Big Fall. Yeah, so I mean,
yeah. What do you get with this? That's
well,
literally the next step in
terms of the book.
War of the World.
In terms of what non-existent Part 3 there is, you get aliens and you get wars. Other than that, though, you're free to pretty much do whatever you want since there's no third book. So,
usage of the Earth.
Turn it loose.
Science.
Yeah. You turn it on and turn it loose. And this is pretty evident because it's more fun. It's like what we were saying before. Like, there's more action here. You get a little bit of the almost literal fleshing out of how the aliens exist and continue to burn calories, and intake calories more specifically, and you also get a few fun appearances from other people. Well, I guess we can start with there first.
Exciting people.
Fairly early in the movie. Actually, we can start off with the very beginning, because why not? The very beginning starts with a recap, just in case you didn't watch the first one. And then you start with the new survival shack that I guess C and his kid...
They got a house,
built in like some isolated woods somewhere. Doesn't really go into detail as to where. But then
he's got his son.
Yeah, you got his son. And
then
his son's entering the rebellion years.
they get a yeah.
He's biking, and he's listening to the awesome Good Charlotte tribute project. Rip-off band.
Yeah.
That and also probably charging the batteries on his Sega Nomad.
Biking as in
Biking, like he's got the
one of those cool classic
electric generator
bike jennies.
bike machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's having the power cycle. He's getting his good cardio in, so he can later play video games, eat chips, drink soda.
Oh yes, the chipsy soda. Well, I mean, it's good to know you still basically have it all.
Yeah.
He plays a Sega Nomad.
So, I mean, what well-adjusted late 2000s kid doesn't want a Sega Nomad? It's a good point. So,
Yes, it is.
anyway,
Any Good Charlotte ripoff
yeah.
that I would not want to be without.
So, see?
You're glad to begin with that there is a still a functioning radio station,
Yeah, that
because
could...
you don't know how much of the infrastructure still
Yeah.
exists and functions.
So, so he gets... I forget if it's a phone call. I think he has a cell phone in this movie, so he gets called by,
Well, there's more science in the air.
Yeah, there is.
Remember, he's got his telescopes,
There's telescopes. There's radio waves.
and he finds out about the disturbance in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it? He needs to go travel to his
There's like a lab that he
base.
used to be in.
Yeah, there's like a military lab and base.
Yeah.
Science attack force area
Yeah.
of his buddies
So,
from the first movie, or from in between, from after the first
from after the first movie, yeah. So,
that he needs to go share the
yeah.
plot.
On...
Well, it's the next wave
Yeah, that's right.
in the title of the movie, so you know they're coming back.
Yeah, despite him being C. Thomas Howell, he can't single-handedly stop the next wave. He needs assistance. So, the lab, on the way, though, he does what any other post-apocalypse man does and runs out of gas.
Oh,
There's a lot
on
of...
the way back. But yeah, he drives.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He drives this humongous shithead,
Oh, yeah. The Dodge,
full-size Dodge freaking dually. Yeah,
like the 3500 one-ton pickup that probably gets like 8 miles to the gallon.
Yep.
And he's all... Like, he does there... Yeah, you're right. I think he goes there, has the meetup...
Where gas is king.
It's the Mad Max tribute, and he's got to trade a valuable thing for what, 3 gallons of gas? Like
And this lame drama where he leaves his son. Okay, don't open that last Pepsi can until day 4.
Yeah.
I may or may not have enough fuel in my giant truck to even get back.
I did forget about the melodrama of no longer. Yeah. So
At least it's chips and soda.
yeah,
At least it's one of those apocalypse movies,
chips.
one of the many, where they don't have real food.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good
And
point.
anything else would be un-American, by golly.
It would be like, yeah. So
Fucking peanuts out of here. Chips and soda.
so yeah. I mean,
And what do you get when you get to the base, by golly?
oh, okay. Here we go.
Again,
This is
that makes it, to me,
the
notably superior over the first War of Worlds 1.
You get the first character to be hype about, which is a
See Thomas Howell.
well, okay. The second character to be hype about is she is the scientist lady. Nice blonde, has a nice lab suit, so you know she's a scientist. But she has a nice southern accent.
It's a traversable hole that collapses both time and space.
It's a theory.
So is extraterrestrial life. But
We did a lot of simulated tests before the shuttle went up. None of them included a wormhole.
What exit is that?
what does it do?
Is that
Actually, it gets you-
is that a shitty southern accent?
I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
So, say, here to Mars.
Yes,
Very nice southern
in
accent.
our quest for horrible accents, that she gives the villain from Blackjack
A run for
his money?
Yes, that's right.
For worst fake Southern accent humanly imaginable. It's another one of those things where you can barely tell what she's trying to do until you've heard her say a few lines.
And
because it'll be, and we got this transmission.
Yeah.
That was part of the space observations that I was making on my computer.
We happened to capture this unit here from way back, but they haven't updated the technology in so long. So
clearly, a person that doesn't have a natural hillbilly accent,
and it was
can't find one of them in the freaking American.
Oh, tell me about
landscape.
Yeah, they don't exist.
You just make the casting call and say must have hick accent.
They don't exist.
She is like I say, it's another one of those where she's supposed to be like freaking from, I don't know,
from the
Dutch.
Ozarks.
Is that how they speak in Iceland? You don't know what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, so
here I am, reverse engineering this technology.
Yeah,
that we captured. Remember when we had the horse, or what those are called, and insect tripod buggy.
Yeah, it was part of she could hold up like an FM transmitter and be like, now we found this little encrypted transmission here, then we can push this little button here, and then you hold the FM transmitter up and the whole creature,
this little thing here.
Yeah, we like the creature's heart starts lighting up or whatever. It was a good old time, dude. I loved it.
Everybody get ready, scientist.
They
I'm gonna push future buttons.
They just need to go ahead and bring her on down to Dixie Stampede. Dolly Parton would have a ball with her, dude. But anyway, that carried us through to when the Commando Man comes in and has this great military space-time plan that involves like a rift.
Nice.
Good. Yes, they're coming through a wormhole of some kind that they also want to go into.
Yeah. The idea is to, while the Martians are attacking with the next wave,
like striking at the hornet's nest or something.
Yeah, the Martians wanted to use a wormhole to make, going from Mars to Earth from like a month to like a day.
Hyperwave.
So the idea was for the humans to use the same wormhole and to go through.
And they're using these lame Aurora jets, or whatever those are. F-137s or whatever.
Whatever they could find from the American scrapyards after the first
space age. Yeah. Each one being about $1 billion.
Mm-hmm. So.
And to formulate a way to make it into space, remember?
To Mars, yeah.
We can only make it to the mesosphere.
Yeah, but then there's like some type of technology that they can use to...
Need to find a way...
I don't remember a lot...
Get those jets into the ionosphere.
I don't remember a lot of the new science jargon, but I remember there being a lot of newer science jargon compared to the first one.
Okay, I'll stay here and formulate these calculations.
You remember, because like after they all jet off into space, they show like 12 of them, but then the fleet multiplies.
Oh,
very strangely.
The CG effects shots in there are great.
They're beautiful.
The alien fleet ships and the US of A attack jets. Yeah.
So
it'll show like that first shot that shows about a dozen.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're flying through and there's like 150 of them.
Yeah, after their spectacular battle in space where the jets can fly through I keep wanting to call it a slipstream, but it's through the wormhole, and they get to Mars. But
it's the Cinder universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we would need to check back in with C.
It's the cool thing about this movie.
D.
Yeah.
Remember, he goes back, he runs out of fuel.
Yeah. And
he has to pay for the gas tank or the gas jug.
I think he has to like use some watch or like a locket or something to pay for like 3 gallons of gas, and
only to get back just in time for
find out his kid's gone.
Happening. Oh, he already got shot in the teleportation ray. Anyway, yeah, his kid gets captured by.
By.
And then what do you get?
Well,
in the interior of those freaking ships.
Oh yeah, the blood harvest.
That's another one of my favorite. Yes, in the science, it has something to do with filtering our blood that they can use for nutrition.
Which,
only to get the toxin out that killed him the first time, they put you in the little alien's cocoon.
Yeah.
In their awesomely crappy alien ships. It's like trash bags. It's like pink plastic sheets.
Right.
And your biomass, and then your semi-cybernetic filtration tube down your mouth while you're in the cocoon.
Yeah.
Hey. Stand down. It's twice. I gotta find my kid. Is this my blood? Is this thing feeding off us? Well, I hope you choke on my shit!
Well, it semi goes along with the book in that regard, but the thing of it is there's no teleportation ray in the book. How the book goes is like whenever it's time for the aliens to feed, one of their legs comes down and grabs them and sticks them in like a knapsack.
They put them in the rumble seat, yeah.
Yeah, so, I guess it would be good on C. Thomas Howell to make that change.
Blood nutrients, but
so
we know that D. Thomas Howell is gone.
He's gone.
So then for C. Thomas Howell in the rest of the film, to try to recover his kid. Speaking of the word kid,
oh yes,
who else do you get at that point?
You get Kid
in that movie.
Christopher Reid, baby.
Again, I do not know what else he's been in.
Yeah.
But we got Kid from Kid and Play.
I know this. I seen this, man. You got post-traumatic syndrome. You need to start dealing with reality, man. My bad. I'm sorry, man. Wait up, homie.
And Play. Yep. You get Christopher Reid in this joint.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Immediately recognizable, even without his hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw him on the screen for a split second. about spat the food out because I was like, yes, we have got Kid from Kid and Play.
Well, I was like, I read the name Christopher Reid and I was like, that seems vaguely familiar, but as it turns out,
I think it's the Superman guy.
It's Kid.
Of course, at that point he was handicapped. Yeah. But yeah, his name's Christopher Reid.
Yeah.
Christopher Kid Reid.
So yes.
That had been a long time.
And
from the House Party sequels.
Yeah.
It's one of those guys you're just glad to see.
Yeah.
And they, of course, run afoul of more of the teleportation rays.
Oh, yeah.
From the alien vehicles attacking.
Yeah.
And they get flung into a thing with a shit set.
That's right.
And the pink trash.
Yeah. And so I think it was C. Thomas that initially makes his way out of the harvest bag.
Filtration cocoons.
Yeah, the harvest cocoon, and then he's helping everybody out, and then they all get to.
Yeah, there's different good guys. Who do you meet? You meet that hobo man with the syringe, and the blood scion girl that goes crazy or knows everything about the thing or whatever.
Yeah, so there's this cast of 4 characters now, and the cool thing about teleportation in this movie is that it works anywhere. The thing of it is how they escape the alien machine is I think there's this back door that you're not allowed to see that they go through off camera. Nice. Now that's some Mario Brothers right there.
Luigi! Luigi!
I love the network of doors, yeah.
And then they just pop out of some random warehouse door out into the earth.
Yeah, I was pleasantly confused by some of the plot things because you end up being on the mothership on the surface of the planet Mars because you and Kid from Kid and Play ended up somehow going through the same time wormhole?
Yeah,
or space portal?
They play a Matrix on you because you think they're in Earth based on the way...
It's a display of the same town.
Based on the way Kid acts. He's like, man, I don't want to go back to your little nonsense reality with your damn... whatever this is and whatever that is.
Blood factory with the crappy stuff.
I want my cable TV. I want my running water. I want my...
Man, did you see how shitty that set was?
But, like...
Anyway, they're on a street in the same neighborhood of the nice town that they were in just a minute ago.
Yeah.
But it ends up being like a Matrix...
It's a simulation.
...type simulation that they're still in the corridors of the mothership.
So to overthrow the mothership, they went through the same door.
Because the girl knows the doors.
She knows the doors, yes.
She knows where to go because she's like lived there for 2 years or something.
Mm-hmm. So they had to like
not an emergency exit or like a freaking janitor's closet, but there's different assigned doors that you may or may not
one of them
be like allowed to open or
and I forgot how they even destroyed the mothership. I think the military crew crash landed through the simulation, if I remember right.
You hit the dome with a jet one time.
Yeah, literally punching a hole in the sky, and then it comes down and...
Well, remember the movie had the good sense of ripping off Independence Days.
Yeah, it did.
Correct? It had something to do with, we'll go in and we'll take out the main mothership and then that'll be...
Yeah.
Because remember, all the smaller ships in the fleet are dependent on the...
They all depend on the mothership. Yeah. And also be able to, you have to time it right because if I remember right, I think they just placed bombs at strategic points in the mothership, if I remember right.
Oh, good.
So you had to time it right so that they could get on the jet and slip through the wormhole before the bombs went off. That way you could be closer to Earth without having to wait a month to go from
of course it's a complicated plan.
Mars to Earth.
Where things go wrong.
So,
but luckily you have military base science guy and Southern
the
lady back at the base.
The scientist that always finds out at the exact last possible minute exactly what to do. And
remember when they weren't even going to be able to get into space?
Yeah.
But they're flying their freaking jets that are their only resource for defense.
Yeah, and they couldn't
up into the damn.
They couldn't even
space.
They couldn't even get into space.
And she says, "Oh well, here at the last minute, I typed on the computer and fixed the problem."
Yeah.
The line was awesome. I think she said, "I fixed the problem."
Yeah, that's what she said. I remember.
Anyway, they're still back there trying to communicate through the portal.
Yeah.
Communicating to Mars and how that works.
Yeah.
Whether or not they had been waiting for some months.
Because they had to wait
back.
Because there's a time component to the wormhole, so they had to wait for the specific time
or
to...
the radio waves can also jump through or something.
Yeah.
But,
there's a lot...
Because remember, they're drinking wine.
They are!
Good commonality.
Yeah.
Between films. They're finishing bottles of wine.
They are the Roughnecks. We finished wine...
I forgot if it was like a bottle of rum or something. Anyway, her and the guy are sitting here because they gave up. Remember? They said... There is never gonna be a chance for us to
they gave
reach
up.
The climax of the
movie. Yeah,
because we ain't got no. Anyway, they go through. You follow the rules. You go through the little corridor doors. Some hilarious moments with Kid.
Yeah,
of course, representing the less scientific and the more sensible side of things.
Yeah.
And they use that same damn captive cybernetic brain unit to somehow fry the system and set the bombs off.
I still don't know the science behind that, but hey.
Yeah, we know it was a complicated plot. But a great watch, especially compared to this kind of boring first one.
Yeah, there was a lot more action, and it was a little more intense and laughable than the first one.
Yeah, we will, of course, hand it to C. Thomas Howell.
But let's,
for directing a superior film.
Yeah. If anything, we got to kind of applaud.
Fun to go through.
But, let's talk about that ending now.
Yes, what happens? Happy ending, of course.
Yeah. Everybody's back at the survival hut.
Yes, you get home, or you, of course, make it back to Earth. They are... Yeah, they're at C. Thomas's house with the electric bike.
They're a little...
with the generator bike.
They're a little concerned because they don't see C. Thomas initially.
Yes.
But...
It's a worried backyard grill party.
Premature celebration.
They're barbecuing, but they don't know if he's going to be okay yet.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Then
he walks up.
He hits you with a surprise right.
Yeah, he's like, oh, hey.
Hey!
Remember me, C. Thomas?
Yeah!
I was in the hospital, but now I'm back.
Now I'm back, baby.
So then you get, happy ending concentrate.
Exactly. So... And then
what happens at that
point? It zooms in on Bike Kid riding the bike again. D. Thomas Howell riding the bike.
Yeah, but we're using that resource to take advantage of the fact that a radio station still exists
and plays the greatest song of all time. You came into my life.
I forgot what the credits were, or who the singer man was.
Yeah.
Watch out now. Whoa.
What did it say? That it was a German guy's name that wrote the song. It's our theme song for War of the Worlds 2: The Next Wave.
And it's beautiful.
We should actually put a link in description below, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because it exists on YouTube as a song.
Mm-hmm.
You came into my life. It doesn't say the artist name, what we're saying. You don't have to type in the artist name. It's just you came into my life, War of the Worlds 2.
Yeah.
The Next Wave.
And the song...
How does it go?
The song can also be known as...
Baby.
The song can also be known as... Yaddy Yaddy Yaddy. Yaddy... Yachty, 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 yachty.
It's the Yodi, Yodi, Yah.
Yodi, yeah, that's right. It's Yodi.
There's two, and then
Yodi, Yodi,
yeah. In the title.
Yes.
As bad as you would want to keep calling it more Yodis.
Yodi, Yodi, yeah.
Yodi.
With an occasional I,
D-I-E-A. How does it actually go?
I think it goes
Remember, because it's this funny mishmash.
Yeah, it is.
It's a grungy, it's a 90s grunge sounding vocal that reminded me of dadgum, Stone Temple Pilots' first album in Wheeland,
yeah.
Because it's sort of a gravelly.
It's kind of a...
But then there's also a female singing backup with him.
You betcha.
You came into my life.
Yeah.
And then they have this...
I don't know what to even call it.
Pop, dance, beat. It's not
Oh,
really,
yeah.
Not really a hip hop beat, but it's a mix.
It's a dance beat.
Slower than techno, but
it's a down tempo.
What do you call that? I don't know. Adult contemporary. I don't know.
It's a down tempo beat.
It's got a beat of what's it called? Fake drums or whatever.
The 909
came into my life.
And
everybody from so far away. And you got a cool double meaning in the lyrics.
Yeah.
The person that you're talking about in your loved ones or whoever you solved the happy ending of the movie with.
Right.
But the next wave.
The next
visitors, the aliens.
Yeah.
You came into my life.
From so far away, way up there. Yeah, and then...
Because remember at the end of the movie, because okay, They play this in the plot. It's playing on the radio that the kid had just charged up with the bike.
You betcha.
And walk outside for the barbecue while this radio plays.
They don't drop it on the credits. They let it play past.
It's in the
fade
movie.
out. Yeah.
While they're fading, just before.
So it's
in
canon.
the very last shot of this.
It's canon.
And they're talking. They're saying, "Oh man, we did a good job."
Yeah.
He's still alive because he was in the hospital. And in a quick, very brief pause in those last couple lines, remember?
Yes. Yada 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 yeah.
we can find out what the melody is, but it goes.
Yada.
Yeah. It's you don't understand. They skip the first verse, then they do the "You Came Into My Life," which is the refrain.
Yeah, it's the refrain, and then you get this
That's
Yodi
accompanied by grunge singing man. That Yodi Yodi Yodi.
Yodi Yodi.
How does that go?
Yayo.
Yayo. Yayo. Yodi 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 ya.
Yeah,
you put the ya at the end. It's very important.
Very important
to put the ya at the end.
You can Yodi for an entire lifetime.
You want to drag it out, but you better not forget the freaking
ya. If you get the ya, if you forget the ya, or you don't have time to get it in, it is invalid.
It's like a pancake with no syrup.
Yeah, it's like
a roll with no butter. What are some more of those that we all understand?
The member
a shoe with no shoelaces. Damn it.
Yeah, it's the car without wheels.
An icing on a cake, but like a freaking pool with no water.
Yeah.
Yodi 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 ya.
Dixie
Because when you're doing it, of course you want to.
Yeah.
You want to embellish.
Dixie Stampede with no Dolly Parton.
Chance to kick up your heels.
Yeah.
Like they're literally doing in the thing.
Yeah.
In the barbecue at the end of the plot.
Yeah, so.
Yayo.
It's a good track.
Yoda, 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 ya.
It's a good track to vibe to. You know. It is my.
And he keeps going.
It's my favorite vibe track.
Yoda, yoda, ya. Let's see. They sing one more verse.
Yeah.
About science in my life or whatever. I forgot what those lyrics were.
Probably something along that lines.
If you keep paying attention, which we did not, or I had forgotten, because remember the movie fades out. You got your happy ending.
Yeah.
And the hilarity with the song, and then they go right back to playing it. It doesn't continue, does it? Fades out, starts again at the credits.
Yeah, that's right.
I believe.
And then,
so you're going along. It's a 4 or 5 minute long song. And it turns into rap.
Yeah, there's like this lady, female lady.
It is a mishmash par excellence.
I would call it Latina Lady of Rage. For all the hip hop heads of the early and mid 90s.
Oh, yeah, it's like part Spanish.
Yeah, who remember Lady of Rage on the Dr. Dre album?
I don't know who that is, but a girl rapper.
Yeah. Kind of like a Latina lady.
I don't want to so much bash her.
No.
Especially not even knowing some of the words, if some of the lyrics are in Spanish.
She did a good job.
But, yeah, what I, of course, take away from it is the yodi yodi ya.
Yeah. That's like my ringtone now.
Yodi yodi. Yes, I should turn it into mine.
Every time somebody calls now,
play a recording of it once a day.
Yeah, every time somebody calls, my phone now goes yodi yodi ya yodi yay. I freaking love that track.
Nothing says the next wave like a grunge man,
right?
Who's part of the refrain after this "You Came Into My Life."
That's right.
Line.
Grunge was still in fashion, right?
Is it yodeling? No.
No, it's not.
It almost is, but it's yodi.
It's yodi.
Yas.
It's yodi.
A yodi yodi yas.
Yeah.
A yodi yodi yo.
That's the thing. It's like, because we were debating about this earlier. Like
Yodis.
Like, what would C. Thomas Howell say? When like the music man comes in,
and like a pitch meeting or whatever. Yeah, if the music director is coming in and handed him the piece of paper or something,
it would be like,
Mr. Thomas Howell.
Yeah,
we didn't
have room in the budget for Lincoln Park. We didn't have room in the budget for.
We couldn't get Gary Newman. We couldn't get Mr. Cyclopedia or Thomas Dolby.
Thomas Dolby.
We couldn't get My Ass Itches by Maroon 5.
We couldn't get Blink
We
192.
get hold of no Puddle of Mud in them.
We couldn't get the Disenfranchised or the
Mysterio Brothers. And,
Yeah.
And
So, but I know this guy.
we got this one last track,
Yeah.
sir.
And
Called You Came Into My Life.
yeah. And
See, and they would, of course, be all having to disclaim and put these qualifiers in. Oh,
Yeah.
Once you get open-minded, it'll grow on you. It's this cool amalgamation of 3 or 4 different stylings
yeah.
and genres.
And then
in about 10 seconds worth of the first part, and he hears the thing, and he's like, "Oh, yeah,
that's what
we are go for the yodi yodi yas."
I could see him saying exactly. Oh yeah, that's what we need. That's exactly what we need right there.
Because director C. Thomas Howell just makes it twice as funny.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
When he stars and directs something.
It's very entertaining.
The other day when we were watching Big Fall and had a big old time just looking at some of these scenes and moments in the movie where it's like, wait a minute, they were being serious when they did this.
Yeah.
That's not with a comedy, irony, and played for laughs or nothing.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So, I mean,
you're trying to go through this and have this heartfelt moment. Yeah, and I don't want to bash the actual artists that made this song, but those yodi yodi yas.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is so funny. That helps me face the day.
Yeah, it does.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you got.
I'll be going along. Skinned my knee. I'm tired. I have heartburn today.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen to those yodi yodi yas.
And yeah,
and yeah, got it.
It's almost like Mongolian throat singing, where it's like it brings you to the next level of existence.
You wonder about how it keeps going. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yodi 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 yas.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Hats off to man whoever did that. That
Actually,
was great.
while you're turning it off, let me see how many I can do. Yodi 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 yodi
Wait a minute.
Oh, fuck, it was supposed to be the yas. Yodi. Is it too late to do the ya?
Well, there's no tripod, so you may be able to sneak in a ya. Go ahead and do it.
Yodi, ya.
There we go. There are...
You know, sometimes I just look at the world and I think, world.